Alright guys, we're here over at Street to Drag Garage. This is Michael. Street to Drag Garage in San Diego actually. So if you guys are following our Instagram page and our Facebook pages, you'll see that we're going to be starting this project. Unfortunately, I was doing a pool in Temecula, and sometimes that happens with these race cars. These race cars, you know, they're built with good parts. They're made to rev, they're made to run hard, but they do break. They break especially if you daily them. So you guys got to understand out there, if you guys are building cars, you can't daily these cars all the time. You could build them as much possible to daily them, but they're not ever going to be daily cars. They're going to break, man. You run them hard, they're going to break. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started on this one. We're going to do a clutch job on this. On our Facebook, Instagram pages, we were talking about that we have to, one of the springs came out of the clutch disc, so we got to take out the clutch disc, take the transmission off, check the clutch disc. I guess at that point we'll check the flywheel. It is a 9-pound flywheel. We are running what we're running over here on this setup. This is a b20vtec with a GSR head, full bolt-ons, and it's got a competition clutch stage 4 6-puck with a extreme 2300 pound pressure plate. The clutch is very hard. This clutch is made to slip off the line and not burn, so you could slip this clutch all day long. It's not going to burn up ever. So anyway, I guess we're going to get started on that. We're going to start taking off the intake, taking off the MSD coil. We're going to take off the distributor too, just to get it out of our way, so we can see everything down there. And then I guess we'll have access to the bolts. Then we'll go the axles and the tranny mounts. We'll have video and pictures of it all on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Actually, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. It's Street to Drag with a space Garage. Street to Drag with a space Garage. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. There will be lots of videos. I'm going to do instructional videos, even down to basic things like doing an oil change at home. I'm going to be doing a video like that today or tomorrow. Simple oil change. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and there will be lots of more content on there. So anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna cut the video here, and I'm gonna do chops and edits, and so that we can get a good feel of what we're doing here. So what I'm gonna do right now is, like I said, intake, MSD blaster coil, and the distributor. We're gonna get it out of the way so we can see what we're working with there. All right, guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're here. We took off the distributor, took off the intake, so that's out of the way. As you can see, we have way more access to the tranny bolts, stuff like that. What I'm gonna do next is that these sensors right here, I'm actually gonna unplug these sensors just to make it easier for me to get everything out of the way here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright guys, next, what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and take out the starter, which is attached to the transmission also. So we're going to take out the starter. There are one lead wire, one main wire, and two 14mm bolts. I don't know if you can see them there, but so what you're going to need is an extension of some sort, a ratchet, and a 14mm socket. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take out the starter, get it out of the way, and I think that'll be it up top here. Alright guys, so now we got the starter off. It's right here. We're gonna put it off to the side of the garage. Actually, right here by the intake. We're gonna put it right here. So this starter. So now we got everything out of the way. Now we can start getting to the tranny bolts, tranny mounts, axles, and that's about it. Start pulling the tranny off onto a jack and start inspecting the clutch disc and go from there. All right, guys. we'll keep editing this video and make it a complete one on YouTube. Subscribe to us, Street to Drag Garage. Street to Drag with a space garage. Alright guys, what we're doing now is we're lifting the car up. We already took off the tire, just forgot to film it, but yeah, I gotta take off that tire. But before you take off the tire, in case you're only one person, not two people, take off that axle nut. Loosen that axle nut, take it off. And we'll go from there. Step by step, we'll start taking out the axle on this side. This is the driver's side, and then we'll start taking out the axle on the passenger side, and then we'll start unbolting the transmission and start dropping it. Yep. So, all right, we're getting closer, guys, to getting to the clutch disc and inspecting it. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, well, we're underneath the car now, and we're about to take out the axles. We take off the axle nut and we clear the axle from the hub over there. So we're about to take out the axle. You also gotta take off these tranny bolts. There's 3 tranny bolts. One right there for the mount, one up there for the mount, and then there's another tranny bolt that's still right here. We gotta take it off. Take out the axle. Do the same for the other side. The other side is going to be a little bit easier, so, but do the same for the other side. Got to take out the axle, and that looks like that's it. We could start putting the transmission on the jack and start dropping it, and go and inspect that clutch. So there goes one axle. We got one bolt, got a couple more bolts, and just want to show off one of our products here real quick, because we are exposed right now and we can see it. It's a power steering delete kit. If you guys are interested in this product, it comes, we make it complete. It's ready to go. You just bolt it on. Loop power steering, very, very clean, instead of having that hose sticking out everywhere and just cut up. This is a very legit, nice power steering delete kit. If you guys want one, hit us up at Street to Drag Garage. Text us, call us, message us for pricing, and we'll be able to ship one out to you. Just let us know. Alright, so now we're getting to this side of the transmission, the axle side. Make sure that when you do your axle nut, gotta have a 32mm socket. Have this in your toolbox. If you're ever gonna do transmission jobs, clutch jobs, axles break, more power you make, axles break. Make sure you have a 32mm. Alright? Alright guys, we went ahead and took off this axle. This is a passenger side axle. It's a little bit easier. Let's take it off. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, sometimes you're gonna run into difficulties. It's gonna be extremely hard to pry that axle out of that transmission. Sometimes it's gonna be extremely hard. These were brand new AutoZone axles when we put together this car, so they were brand new axles, which is why they probably slipped in and slipped out very easy. We're also running a Royal Purple oil in this transmission, so I don't know, maybe the lubrication kind of helped it a little bit too, but it came right out pretty easy. So we got both sides, both axles out. Got all the tranny mount bolts out. So all that's left, as you can see, there's a separation in the tranny already. You can see that. See that? There's already a separation in the tranny, so it's already wanting to come down. The only thing that's left is this tranny mount right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off and continue with the video. Alright guys, that's it. Got the tranny off. For all you guys doing it at home with the jack, by the way, this is our San Diego location. This is not our banding location, so I don't got two people helping me do this. This is all by myself. I'm doing it with the jack, doing it at home, not at the shop and banding. So for all you guys doing it at home with the jack by yourself, be extremely careful. Do not drop this tranny on you. They're very light. You can pick it up by yourself. Don't drop it on you. Just be very careful. Safety first, always. And now we're gonna go check out this competition clutch and see what's going on with it. Bearing looks worn out, so we might have to get a brand new bearing. Okay, might have to get a brand new bearing. We're about to take out the clutch disc and see what's going on with that. See inside what's going on inside the clutch, the pressure plate. This is a 2,300 pound competition clutch pressure plate, so the pedal feel is very hard, but like I said before in the beginning of these videos, you could slip the clutch big time off the line with these. So 2,300 pound pressure plate. We're about to take off the 6-putt competition clutch and see what we find inside. What you're gonna need to take off this this pressure plate off the transmission is a 10 millimeter 12 point. You do not need a regular socket, you need a 12 point. They're kind of hard to find, but you'll be able to find them. Okay, so you need a 12 point. Also, I'm gonna urge this: do not lose these bolts. Do not lose these bolts. They are very expensive. They are hard to come by. There's a difference between, no, there is no difference between automatic and manual, but they're hard to come by. Also, the flywheel bolts, they're hard to come by. So keep these if you can. Okay, do not lose them. Alright guys, I'm here, just changed, take out the tranny. Take out the tranny now. Inspecting the flywheel. Flywheel doesn't look bad, but my suspicions were right. Spring fell out. It's worn out. Clutch disc looks beat to crap. It looks beat up. Not only did the spring fall out, these other springs are also loose. Look at this. Competition clutch, I don't know if you can see that. There's a dual spring inside. They do use dual springs on these. So, but it's done. This clutch disc is done. Plus, if you guys are looking down at these tabs, looks like the tabs were worn out too. Starting to hit into the clutch disc. Kind of like a brake pad. That one's worn out. That one's worn in. That one's way worn in. Way worn in. So